Woo-ha.
What up, though? This is the Kyere LaFlare, aka Brozzy PCO Good Society Group, and I'm in this joint kicking it with my man, my partner. What up, though?
What's going on? It's Kyere LaFlare, aka Mr. Let's Get It On,
You
aka
did.
Skirt and Whiskey, aka shit. I might just take her home with me if I like it.
I heard that, man. And you all are tuning in to GoodSocietyWorld.com. Fresh off the pavement, it's our article, Street Magazine, with all of the hottest stories, interviews. We're going to be tapping in with some of the hottest artists all around, such as people and artists like Kyere himself.
Yes,
so
sir.
make sure you are going to GoodSocietyWorld.com. You liking, you following, you commenting, you subscribing on our YouTube and all the platforms, man. Check us out, Good Society World.
Tap in, my brother.
So what's the word, Kyere? What we doing, man? How's things going right now? What's going on in your life?
You know, just living life, trying to get shit right, man.
I figured, Dylan.
Just working on Tag Team Champs, trying to get that shit out right now.
So we're going to go into that. We're going to get in there. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna roll back, because I want to run it from the top. Like, this is how I really do. We got time. I take my time with these Jones. I really want to get the story. So, like, let's run it from the top. Where you from? Who are you? Let's go before music and all that.
Yes, sir. Well, shit. I was born in Newark, New Jersey.
Word.
But then I was adopted by my mother, and we moved here in like 01.
Okay.
And
how old were you when you moved here?
I was like 6,
Okay.
5, 6 when I moved here, and then
The beach? Norfolk?
I moved to Norfolk.
Norfolk, okay.
Yes,
that's what it is. The town. Shouts to everybody in the
Yes,
town,
sir.
man. Shot
Matter of
City.
fact,
Yeah.
moved right out to Norview.
Exactly,
In the middle of Norview
yeah,
the whole
man.
time. Warview gang.
Straight center, the heart of the town, you hear
Oh,
me? If
God.
you look on the map of Hampton Roads, Norview is smack in the middle of the town, bro. It is the heart of the town,
really
the heart of
is,
the city, for real.
On some crazy shit it is, but I ended up going to Granby.
Okay.
Because I got an out-of-district jump. But at Granby, I ended up meeting, like, so many motherfuckers, like, that helped make me want to start doing music. Like, I actually graduated with Al Doms and shit.
Okay, word.
I graduated with a whole lot of artists who are still doing their shit, too. I
Word.
just can't name off top right now, but...
So it was Granby, and were you doing music at the time? Was it sports?
I was fucking around. I was doing... See, I started doing track in, like, junior year.
Okay.
And when I started doing track, I also started doing photography.
Wow.
And just like fucking around with that. And then I took this one picture. It was a joke, but it was like a fake mixtape cover. It was like Flambe, the chapters of a real nigga. Some stupid shit. And I won't go and do no song or nothing, but I got peer pressured into doing the song. And then the song ended up into a whole mixtape.
Wow.
And then the mixtape just elevated into me wanting to do actually fucking with music way more.
So you're saying that this started almost off a win? Almost off of...
Kinda, sorta, but I also, like, I was in the choir when I was a kid, too. Mm-hmm. So, like, I also had, like, singing experience. So
music has always been around. It's kind of been a part of your life throughout
Yes,
the
sir.
experience and throughout, life period.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. That's what's good. Okay, so this is... What is this around? Like, this, like, freshman year, junior, senior?
No, senior.
Senior year. You
dropped
make the Flambe mixtape cover, which snowballs into an actual project.
Yeah.
Was it what was the name of the project?
It was really called Flambe, the chapters of a real nigga.
Flambe, the chapters of a real nigga.
You can't find that nowhere. I deleted that.
If you find that, yo, we getting that. You heard it live on GoodSocietyWorld.com. If you find this project in the data, in the cloud, in the hemisphere, somewhere on top, get that to us, man. We need that. We're going to put that up. You know what I'm saying?
That's not me. That's all I can say. That's not me.
So, all right. So, take us past that. Where are we going past after that?
After that goes into, like, me, like, experimenting with drugs for real, and just, like, freestyling with homies. And then, like, trying to take rap more serious. I ended up buying a mic with my homie Tyree and set it up in his garage. And the first time I recorded, like, I didn't know what to do. Like, I literally was like, I want to rap, but I kind of want to sing, so I did both. Mm-hmm. And after, like, niggas hit record, like, stop the whole track, the whole room just bust out laughing. Because, like, nigga, what the fuck are you doing? I literally sounded so crazy, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And then like from that goes to like the first studio session. And no cap, the first studio session went good. Like,
Yeah.
Literally, I came in there with like some shit I had half written, and I was like, okay, I got this, now I'm gonna freestyle the rest.
Where were you cutting at? Was it at like an actual
It was
professional? You put some dough and bread up, or the homie's crib in the closet type jump?
The homie Kyle, my homie 35, who kind of really put me on to this music shit for real.
Right.
Had his homie Kyle, who was working at the NSU studio.
Okay.
So they just, I just paid some money. He let me slide through and record.
I had one or two peoples that was cooking it up in, you know what I mean, NSU back in the day, you know what I mean? Actually from Oakmont and the homies know, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? That's funny, like, you know what I mean? That's something that definitely in the city, if you was on the music time and definitely on the creative scene, I remember that type of like flow. They might still be on that type of time. I don't know, but
they might be.
I remember when I was coming out of high school, niggas was running up the NSU like, yo, we in the studio, yo, the homie goddamn, he worked for the radio, he gonna get us up in this joint. So I feel exactly what you're saying. You know what I mean?
But I came in there with some half-written shit, and then like when I started, I sounded unsure of myself for sure, and I got halfway through it, and bro stopped it. He was like, yo, get out the booth.
What?
I'm like, damn, all right. So I get out the booth. I'm like, yo, what's going on? He's like, yo, did you have this shit prepared? Is this ready? Like, did you do anything for this? I'm like, nah, I was going to get it done here. He's like, nah, you're wasting time doing that shit. Like, you're wasting my time. You're wasting your time. Like, you're just in here guessing, and the nigga's not really gonna fuck with you if you just in here guessing some shit. Or if you go to a real studio, a nigga's just gonna be like, it's cool, bro. All right, cool. You done? Ad-libs? All right, bet. I'm gonna track this out, send it to you. Bet.
Yeah.
Nigga just gonna take your money and go.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
can I see your flame? Can I see your light? Thank you.
Yes, sir. So from there forth, I was like, nah, never again.
So what do you think about like that particular element or skill set as a debate within music? Because you know that definitely certain, especially I just say like hip hop artists, rappers, it has been an ongoing debate within the music realm in hip hop of being like, all right, I don't write down my bars. You know what I'm saying? I go and spit that shit off the dome.
I understand both because I do both. Like,
okay,
it's certain songs where I feel like I need to write down exactly what I'm feeling to project what I need.
Word.
And certain songs where it's like, oh, I need to go off this feeling because this shit just feels right. And when you freestyle, it does feel way more authentic, more like of you, because it's you in that moment. It's not just you writing some shit down from a couple days ago and just practicing that shit.
Do you think artists should be judged differently according to, you know, what style or method they take, methodology?
I honestly...
Because I know that they say, like, you know, that's part of what makes Jay-Z and Hov great, and certain rappers like Wayne, certain individuals who they say is real cerebral and could just soak it up. I think they said maybe, who was it they said? I want to say, was it Drake? It was somebody. They said that it'd take a beat and just ride around in the car with that jump for like 4 or 5 days. It's probably more than, you know what I mean?
feel like that's Drake. I feel like I heard about that.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, depending on what method you go about constructing and producing your art, you know what I mean, the music, like, do you think that the artist should be judged differently according to that?
No, I feel like yes and no. Yes and no for that. Because, like, once you bring up, like, Jay-Z and Lil Wayne, people who come up with fucking amazing concepts off top without even having to write at all, it's kind of like hard to debate it. But you also have like niggas like Drake who will ride around, listen to the beat, actually like, and I get that because I do the same shit, no bullshit.
What?
But listen to the beat, actually feel one with the beat, and then do what they need to. Like, it's kind of a slippery slope, if you may say.
Yeah. So there's space for both arguments to be made. Kind of like both have points on both sides of the argument.
Yeah.
I can respect that. I can dig that. I kind of feel the same way. You know what I'm saying? I think that at the end of the day, you are producing art. And I look at a lot of shit, yo, like the world and life, and a lot of shit is like the lunchroom in school, bro. In elementary school and middle school. It's like, everybody gonna be in this motherfucking building. Everybody's gonna be in this room. We really can't do shit about it, but you don't have to sit at my table. You know what I'm saying? Me and my peoples, we sit over here. We got our own little rituals, customs, all that type of good jazz and shit. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have to respect each other's differences because we're all still going to be here.
Yeah.
So, taking me from, okay, it was after you went NSU days, studio, all of that. You said who was recording you, told you to hop up out of there, you know what I'm saying, and all of that. And so, how did that kind of change the pathway? Did you get more serious?
Oh, no,
how do we get into it?
I got 10 times more serious. I actually, like, dove deep. Like, for a year, I took off of recording to, like, just freestyle and, like, actually find, like, a flow or find, like, something that was right for me because I wasn't even sure what I wanted to do. So I found throughout that year, shout out to my homie Devin, because I pull up to that nigga crib every day, niggas smoke, freestyle, play YouTube beat type shit. Still to this day, like, he was supposed to pull up the whole time. But niggas would just freestyle all the time and just figure out flows, formats, like actually concepts, and like I figure out ways to build hooks just off of like, you can repeat some shit, but also if you stretch it out or like just the rhyme scheme of some shit. Like,
one of the things that I definitely believe about music is that as an artist, if you're able to sonically introduce a new sound sonically, you know what I mean? Like a new sound, whether that's new instrumentation, whether like you're saying new melodies, new cadences. If you're able to, you know, vocal pitches and ranges and such as the way you carry that and really ride beats and all of that. If you're able to introduce something new to the game and to what's going on, I'm not going to say you're going to win, but I'm saying that may be a tool that could make you, you know, more likely to catch fire. It might give you a little bit more propensity to take off. You know what I'm saying? I think that's something that artists need to pay attention to. Like, definitely, I mean, you know that what we do is sort of definitely want to set trends, but at the same time, part of the game is maybe following some things that are hot and knowing what's current.
I feel like a lot of it is the shit you're unsure of. Like, especially like when you make music. Because like as an artist, we've heard so many stories of like a song blowing up, but the artist was like, hates it, or like, I didn't even know niggas fuck with that.
That is hilarious.
Like, so I feel like the more you're unsure of a record, the more different it is. Like, the more original it is, for sure. Because, like, you don't even know how this is going to sound to other people. Wow. Like, yeah, a lot of niggas will, like, a lot of niggas, as in me. like,
being honest.
Like, if you just tell me, oh, yeah, that shit's hard, like, like, verbal or just text, I'm not really going to think too much of it. But it shows when you pull up and somebody's just playing that shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Or like the homie pulls up, he's playing that shit out his whip. Like, oh shit, you really fuck with it.
For sure.
Like, this shit really is like, it really goes.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, for sure.
So I feel like I feel like the more unsure makes it the more original.
Now, do you have like a process for testing that out? Do you like, you know what I'm saying, or do you just throw it out? You know what I'm saying? See what sticks on the wall, you know what I'm saying?
I was never like, I never released a lot of my music, especially like, I've been making music right now for like 9+ years.
What?
I've just started dropping music like the past 2 to 3.
What?
Like, but.
You got it in a vault, crated up?
Oh,
I
could comfortably say like.
Albums.
Yeah, albums. I really got albums that were scrapped because I was like, yeah, fuck that shit.
We need to get some of that, bro. We need some of that. Like, let's do a one-time drop or something. You know what I'm saying? We do a merch with it or something. Let's do something. Even if we do something in the future, yo, we're gonna put that on the coffee table. Y'all hearing it right now. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see something. You know what I mean?
We can talk about, you know.
No doubt.
I gotta see what old Jones I'm fucking with.
I heard that.
Away. But nah,
so for 9 years you was cooking up.
9 years I'm cooking up and just getting comfortable to like really release shit within like the last 2 to 3 years.
That's real.
And like
that's really real.
Cause it takes a while to actually do some shit you're comfortable with. Like
sure.
or like with me, I wanted to like actually do this shit, right? I don't want to like, oh yeah. Cause when I started, it was nothing but SoundCloud rappers. Like if you started out, if you're rapping, you're just a SoundCloud rapper.
What kind of years? What years is this?
This is like
I graduated high school in 09.
I graduated 2014, but I really started taking the shit serious in 2016.
Okay.
So like,
I'm trying to think, you know.
the SoundCloud is a whole bunch of Uzi, Cardi.
Yeah. They was out even a little bit before then, though. Because Uzi and them was coming really around my junior year in college, probably 2012-ish. You know what I'm saying? Around then, 13. But yeah, I mean, the SoundCloud, now let's speak about that. That's something, those are different sides of the game and the music game. You know what I'm saying?
Don't appreciate SoundCloud because it's considered underground. And I get that, but it's also like a completely different sound, a completely different like vibe. I feel like a lot of niggas, when they hear SoundCloud, they hear just, oh, look at it, like the basic ass nigga, like the basic bullshit. But a lot of people don't understand like the crazy music you can find on SoundCloud just by like listening to it, falling asleep, waking up, and what the fuck is this?
Oh, word.
Like, bro.
Discovery.
Like, oh my God, it's so many songs I have on my shit that I found like off waking up. I'm like, that have like changed my ear.
Wow.
And changed my perspective on music.
That's super interesting, bro.
Oh my God.
What was I gonna say to that note? That's really.
You happen to have a lighter by chance?
Yeah, my bad, bro. I pocketed. You know how I go.
That's
exchange, no
crazy.
Robbery. Immediate robbery. It only took 2 seconds. Y'all know how it goes.
Caught it on 4K
like a
too.
thief in the night. You hit it. Hey, look.
Free thug.
So the SoundCloud lane. Now, what I was gonna say is, I think if you're really paying attention to the game, man, if y'all know what's going on, your eyes is on culture, especially Tidewater 757. Some of these kids, these young bulls out here, are cooking up, and they are on fire. Some of these young bulls from Chesapeake, Western Branch, young Chris out of this world doing his thizzle. K.O. Banks is doing his thing out there too. It's a couple other ones that is just making it slap right now. You know what I'm saying? And so,
man,
I don't know what to say. I think maybe there might be. Number one, I think sonically they're doing something. I don't know if that sound that they're introducing, and I'm specifically kind of like talking about these two artists, you know what I'm saying, are doing something different sonically. I like some of the other ones that we got on the local scene that were always around, you know what I'm saying. I love like how Family Ties does the live performance aspects. That's something great. So I think there's room for, you know, the SoundCloud game to grow and such like that. But maybe, what do you think it is about that particular aspect? Do you think it's like the lack of, you know, like industry structure and capital and financing? Because it does make it easier to be an entrant into new ears and new targets and people, but
if you're a SoundCloud nigga, you're not getting paid off streams. You can get paid off shows, but at the same time, you're just, how frequent are your shows?
Yeah.
And also, you can get paid off fucking YouTube streams, mind you.
For sure.
And also, they help a lot of these SoundCloud rappers have big videos on YouTube.
Word, yeah,
but
word.
What I also just learned, no bullshit, 1 million views is really just $15,000.
Word.
And say if you're going through like one of these marketing agencies, you can just put 5K into it, and that's at 15 right there.
Yeah, word.
So it's like game.
Definitely.
Damn. really dropped the gem on y'all. I didn't even mean to do that.
Hey, man, we got to put the paywall up for this thing. I had to pay for these right here. You did.
Hey, man, for real.
So take us after we went past Norfolk State. You started taking this real serious. You said that you was in the chambers, Wu-Tang 36 chambers on this jump, going through the different levels of mastering.
I would say more of the basement type, the Dungeon Family type.
Okay,
shit.
okay. No doubt. And so, what was like the inciting moment where you felt like, okay, this is gonna be what it is for me? You know what I'm saying? Like, if the 9 years, if 6 of that was spent in the lab and the last 3 was going out, what was the moment that hit you to go be like, all right, let's do this, let's go out, let's go outside, let's come outside with it?
It was having a conversation with my man. I've had so many conversations about it. It's so wild because like my man Vontae and my man Tyree, DJ Wife, them niggas would get on my head about just dropping shit because you're making all this music but you're not dropping shit. What's the point? Like I get self-expression, but at the same time, like you're doing some shit. You want to do it. Like, so it just took them niggas getting on me to really like put my foot on the gas, and ever since it's never let up. Well, had some breaks, but
it's definitely not just a straight line to the top. There's ups and downs, you know what I'm saying? But you got to keep climbing that mountain, you know what I'm saying? Get to the top, keep churning, one foot in front of the other.
Man,
I like that. You said that, you know what I'm saying? It was the people around you that kind of put the battery in back, gave you some of that motivation, enticement to be like, let's do this.
Hell yeah.
And so, how does the process come together? Like, is it just something that, did you sit down and write it down? Was it planned out? You know what I mean? Like, how did it work?
A lot of it at first was just off whim. Off just like, niggas were just rushing shit. Like,
Word.
Just having fun at the same time, but rushing the shit. But somehow coming out with like something fire.
Yeah.
Like when we did How Does It Feel, that was a whole drunk escapade. Mind you, I had a whole big bottle of Hennessy in my fucking tote bag. Niggas were walking around Richmond drinking this, that, and forth, mobbed up, just doing ignorant shit. And then like, I'm just like, oh yeah, this is cool. Nah, like this is gonna be okay. Dropping it ends up getting like 20K views within the first 2 weeks. So I'm like,
Wow.
Like how does that even like happen?
Yeah, wow.
But like,
you gotta, like, part of it, like you said, I like to say that it can't be just on the microphone. You know what I'm saying? People have to like you as a person, they gotta want to dig your lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? In some way, they gotta share some connection with you. And that's important to have, those experiences. Like, I've, in the past, been around a lot of different artists, and you can hear it in the music. The ones that perform, you can see it in their aura, their presence with their music and their performance and everything like that. The ones who really like believe it, who live out their art, and the ones who kind of, to me, it feels like they're just composing something, and it is just a performance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, to me personally, I like to respect art that's created really from the heart. You know what I'm saying? Through the soul of it. Like, I understand, the commercial aspect. Maybe you got a career, a job, cool, with a graphic design. But, for what we're talking about, you know what I'm saying?
And that's where we get into tag team champs. Cause
let's take them through it.
That tag team champs is like it is a cultivation of blood, sweat, tears, learning, growing pains, losing, like a lot of losing.
Talk about it. Because that's what I tell people all the time. You see it look amazing now. It looks good. You see the lights, the cameras, the action, the glimmer, and the glitz, but you was not there. Just like Cam said on the song. You wasn't there.
Not at all.
For the dark nights, for the empty events, for the crickets in the club. for none of that. You know what I'm saying? When
like,
the dollars was low, all of that, risking all our bread for it. You know what I'm saying?
God.
So I definitely tip my hat to you, brother, for staying strong and maintaining, because that's something you definitely have to do with
God.
art, entertainment, this type of market, industry, whatever you're doing. Especially like, it'll take a lot from you. You know what I'm saying? And especially this kind of path, you have to put in a lot of the work before you reap a lot of the benefits more than somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
It's taking relationships, fucking money,
Facts.
this, that, and the fourth. Everything you already know, bro.
Facts.
So it's like, it's also a learning curve, but also I feel like this process and this project has made me a man. Like,
you gotta love the process. Trust the process, love the journey.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? Like, really trust in the process and love the journey. Once you fall in love with the journey, bro, it's not supposed to be work to you anyway. It's not supposed to. It's gonna feel like work. Especially if you're doing great things. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna achieve great things without a lot of pressure and effort. You know what I'm saying? Heavy is the head that wear the crown. But I mean, at the same time, like, this is what we here for. I feel like I was born to do this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's in a brother's soul for real. So
no bullshit. Like, and it's funny because last year just felt like a whole year of like creating, just making sure like this world is complete.
Yeah.
This year it feels like, all right, we made this world. Time to present this world to everybody. Time to really like make motherfuckers tap in. Like I don't even like talking about shit like this or talking about myself or like bigging myself up because I've never been that type of guy. But this is like...
The people want to know who you are.
It's completely different. Like, you've never heard no shit like this. It's versatile. It's like...
You hearing it right now.
It's like... You're hearing the best of me.
From Mr. Let's Get It On? That's...
Oh, God.
Oh, word.
You're hearing the best of me and my cohorts. Like, shout out Ronan, shout out Fake Azumi, shout out EK,
shout out to all of the guys.
Shout out No Sleep,
crew,
man.
Everybody.
Shout out all...
Everybody on the scene, which I want
to... Taz.
I want to get into that. Shouts to Taz behind the cam, you know what I mean?
Oh, my God.
Over there, you know what I mean? He might dip in here and there.
Big inspiration behind everything, no cap.
You did.
My brother, for real.
Hey, look, so a couple of hot topics, like a couple need to know. You took them a little bit on the tag team. If you want to elaborate on that more, you want to chop on that a little bit more, or what exactly is, you know what I mean, the tag team champs? Like, what exactly is that?
Tag team champs is, at first the idea was these songs are like the best. Making these songs made us feel like we're the best in the world. Like, simple as that.
Okay.
But then it grew into just growth. Like, becoming a man and becoming more, being more accepting of who you are, for real. Because, like...
Word. What does that mean to you? Like, what do you mean?
Shit, I've been deemed crazy for years.
What?
Just by, like, certain friends and, like, women I've dealt with, but it's like, I've never really...
They say genius is usually misjudged, as you know.
Oh,
crazy.
Facts.
When I was in Amsterdam, we went to the Vincent van Gogh Museum. You know what I'm saying? If you study art and everything like that, like visual art, you know, Vincent van Gogh, his story's wild. His actual physical life story and some of the experiences he went through is wild. But the man has a crazy following and dedication that is living on generations after him. You know what I'm saying? So your path with your art is going to be different. And like you're saying, accepting that and kind of, I don't know, but I think some of it, do you kind of believe it's something that you let it come to you? Do you take your life as art and producing, you know, like producing the experiences that you kind of, because I'm a big type of person about that. Like, I believe in manifestation, bro.
I would 100% say yes to that, because I don't believe in, like, just going into the studio and making up some fake scenario that would relate to somebody else, because that's not me. Like, if I'm going to talk, I'm talking from me. Like, that's not from nobody else. But also, I meant to say earlier, when I said crazy, I don't mean crazy on some, like, wild man shit. I mean crazy on some, like, goofy, stupid, like, I might fuck around, just forget something, like,
Yeah.
or just do a random dance in front of you. You'll never know. Like,
No doubt. No straight jackets or nothing. No mental hospital. You know what I'm saying? Just all good jokes and laughs.
hey, man, I'm just a silly guy. I can't help it.
So, all right, cool. So you took us through, you know what I'm saying, tag team champs and all that kind. But now take us through No Wave World. What is that?
Yes, sir. No Wave World is a creative company. Also, a mixtape me and my brother Taz been working on for the past couple months. It's a whole bunch of different swag for real. For us, like Quiet Storm meets Plug.
Word.
In a sense.
Word.
But also like my take on things.
I think that's on deck with, you know, the culture, and right now, you know, the I'm gonna give you another way. Yeah, man, the Renaissance hustler. It's that new type of, you know what I mean?
Yes,
quiet money type deal. You know what I'm saying? Real like in front of your face, but, you know what I mean, behind the scene. Like, I feel you. I feel you on that. Cool beans. So, project, creative collective, Kyere J project. What's that?
That is a project that is dedicated to my sister Kyere. Rest in peace.
Word.
She passed last year around March 13th due to senseless gun violence. It's a project just to keep her memory alive, but also to help prevent gun violence, promoting the end of gun violence.
Word.
Follow them at the Kyere J Project.
Granby Street and all that, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Shouts to, you know what I mean, that her family, her situation, rest in peace, you know what I mean? Definitely crazy, hectic situation, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
definitely.
Sir. Shit.
So,
just trying to keep her name alive and keep her memory alive.
That's what's good. When should we be kind of looking for that to come out? All of these, but all three of these kind of, I know some are ongoing.
The Kyere J Project is a whole organization by itself.
Okay.
Tag team champs, whenever this comes out, might be already out by then.
For sure.
You know,
watch out for that. It's gonna be coming fresh off the press soon.
If you know what that means, just take that.
Yeah,
take that into consideration.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
No Wave World could probably come later this year, for real. Honestly, just how it's looking right now, because it's looking real good. Shit.
No doubt.
I'm out here feeling like fucking Justin Timberlake in his prime bit.
I heard that.
Yeah.
So kind of like to wrap this thing off, we're going to kind of bring this back to you and your opinions, how you feel about a couple of certain things. First, like, let's talk about you yourself. How would you describe, you know what I mean, your music, your genre of music itself? Like, you kind of like did tap onto that, but give it to him one more time, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny because, like, I've been thinking about it all week, the past 2 weeks. It's a mix of Quiet Storm R&B, then like today's hip hop, yesterday's hip hop, then also yesterday's R&B as well, cause like, and alternative music. It's just a collection of everything.
Word.
Like, I've been. I realized one of my biggest inspirations on the low is like Craig David, cause Craig David's he's a UK artist who.
Yeah, word. Sunday to Monday?
Oh, yeah, 7 days.
Get out of here.
Yeah,
Stop, man.
7 days.
Word.
Fill me in type shit.
Word.
He was.
Get out of
he's
here.
considered
Craig David is one of your biggest inspirations.
It's wild to
Shouts
say.
to Craig David. We're tagging you on this post on the gram. Yo, you have to see this. Everybody tag Craig David, yo.
Shout out Craig David.
What is he doing right now?
I don't know. He need a feature from me, for real.
We're going to get you on that thing with Kyere.
Craig
David.
Craig David's considered one of the first, like, artists to blend, like, UK garage, R&B, hip-hop, and also, like, jungle music together. And in my eyes, I kind of want to do the same shit with the music we have here, but just in my way.
What is that going to take?
Shit. 200% effort.
I think sonically. I think it's running out, finding the right producers, the right people who we can actually produce instrumental tracks and make actual original works. You know what I'm saying? With the sound that you're looking to do, it's very possible. We got to find the right people who have the right skill sets to be able to pull shit like that off. Now, I think one thing that's interesting is you talk about Craig David mixing the UK garage with American R&B and what else was it? Dubstep or
jungle music?
Jungle music. Mm-hmm. I need to look that up more. Jungle music.
Jungle music is hard, bro. Jungle music is considered. Is that
from a certain area or what?
Yeah, it's from like Southampton, UK. Wow. So like, jungle music is some shit you typically hear in like Gran Turismo or some shit. Like
okay.
It's kind of like house music, but it's more of like a mellow tone, a mellow. It's more darker.
I dig it. Now, excuse me. That's interesting because if you check out the drill scene, and especially the New York drill scene right now, all of the beats and everything that they riding on right now is nothing but the same grind music that I was listening to 10, 15, 14 years ago. You can ask any of my homies that's really with me. Good Society Otis, we're going to get him on the camera. He will testify to this. Ray, a couple of my other homies who's really around back in the day in college and the end of my high school days, 09 through all of that, 07 through all of that. We was looking at grind music, listening to Kano, Skepta, you know what I'm saying? We was listening to Busy Banks and all of these type of guys, you know what I'm saying? Dizzy Rascal and all of these artists, you know what I'm saying? Really going back in the crates on that type of jazz. So, you feel me? Like, shouts to that. Because that movement and that sound right now has to be accredited to those UK artists, man, and grind music coming from across the pond and the deep blue wet thing, bro. And when you talk about the sound and the influences, like we're going back to it, I mean, that comes with different people putting different instruments and different sounds and waves into the fucking program to make the music. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, you used to be people standing in a room doing it, performing it. Now it's on the computer. But we need to find ways to bring these sounds to the forefront and keep channeling it, and you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Especially when you talk about the local scene and all that. Which this is my next question, bro. State of the game. State of the music game, nationally, you know what I'm saying, globally, and then we're going to get into it locally.
It's, all right, what are we doing first? Nationally?
Let's do nationally, globally, period. State of the game, period, music.
Nationally, dry to me, but I mean, shout out to the women that are running this shit right now. Especially like Glorilla.
You right. It is a lady. It seems like a ladies' market right now.
Gloss Up, fucking.
Shouts to Cardi.
Cardi for sure. She's been running that for real.
I'm happy. What you think about the Super Bowl performance? Rocky. More people tuning in that than the game.
Shout to Rihanna as always.
With the baby up there. I don't care what you say. I mean, that's pretty tip my hat. That's pretty amazing to do. She's fucking 150 feet in the air, pregnant. You know what I'm saying?
That turned her.
Take it up. The price went up.
That and plus, once she showed niggas she was pregnant, it turned it into the Rocky Bowl. It was the Rocky Bowl from there on forth. You know.
I heard that, man. Shouts to your boy, man, because he definitely is like. Not pulling out of that joint.
Oh, no.
And who would be? You know what I'm saying? Shouts to my man, do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? They are definitely a power couple right there. That's like a new, young age Beyonce Hove, man. I'm definitely like really happy for that situation.
No, it's dope. It's dope.
So, nationally, you think the music game is fucked up. Why do you say that? What you mean? Like,
it's just dry. I mean, Don Toliver shit was cool, but it's just like, a lot of it just sounds like the same shit or niggas trying to chase the same sound.
We've been losing a lot of shit. We've been losing a lot of champions in the game, too. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, guys who's really on, like Nip, Tate, PNB Rod was, you know what I mean? For all considerations, he bought a lot sonically and audio-wise, bringing different flows and all of that. Who else? I mean, there was a lot of art. Trouble from down south from the A, recipes Trouble. 03 Greedo just came back home. Shouts to 03, man. I thought he was going to be gone for like 2 decades or something. But my man shook up out of that joint.
Rest in peace, Draco. That was
another one. Just exact right fucking there, yo. Rest in peace, Draco the Ruler, yo. Like, I was on Draco way back on shit, you know what I'm saying? So, that's crazy, bro.
Flu Flamin', for real.
Yeah, word. Ming Ling, all that, you know what I'm saying? Whammy, you know what I mean?
Oh my God.
That's what it is. But, so state of the game nationally, you think it's fucked up? Does R&B exist right now?
In a way, but it's more centered around like relationship trauma and relationship pain. But I mean, it has to relate to somebody, so I mean that works. But it's no like. One thing I've like kind of thought about as far as music and where I want to take my music is like, shit not fun no more. Like nobody wants to have fun in their shit. Like as far as dancing, the most dancing niggas are gonna do is like the hip shaking shit or like
TikTok shit.
Yeah, shit like that. Nothing to like really get people out on the fucking floor and actually just vibe out, dance. Like
too many cameras and shit. It's too much posturing going on.
Literally, I want people to like really vibe out. To
everything's a fucking movie and shit. Mm-hmm. You think you could have an event or a concert or something where everybody's phones was taking and shit, cut off, shit like that. Now I heard when you go to like Kevin Hart shows, comedy shows, they put your shit in like a bag or some shit so you can't record. You feel me? So like, I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? We do like a music concert, like turn your phone over some shit.
Oh man, that would
put a scrambler in that joint.
That would actually be dope.
Put a signal scrambler. Great.
It would be dope because if you think about like how people nowadays are more on their phones instead of like actually being there or witnessing what the fuck's going on. Like that one picture of like that one picture in comparison of like LeBron at his breaking the scoring record and then like years ago another player. And it's just like the difference between the crowds is one crowd is like completely phones up. The other crowd is just completely enamored in the moment of what's going on.
That's real.
And it's like we miss that shit, like especially like on live performances. I'm a big fan of live performances. Like I'll go back watch, like for instance, Craig David's live performance. He was 19 years old and sold out the Wembley, my nigga.
What?
The Wembley, where the Beatles fucking
at 19. Where?
Bruh.
Where? He was on fire back then when he had that shit.
Oh my God, he was the top selling pop artist in the UK.
Yeah, word.
And he's still one of them niggas to this day over there.
Word.
But niggas like him, fucking, I'll go even way back to like fucking Paul Hardcastle. What was that band he was working with? Giving you another gem right there, man. If you don't know who Paul Hardcastle is, look that nigga up. He will teach you something, and he's definitely like the staple head of the sound I want to achieve.
Wow.
Okay. But he was working with this one band, I believe, D-Train.
Okay.
You've heard of D-Train, right?
No.
I think they have a couple songs. It's literally songs you wouldn't even know they wrote.
Okay.
But if you hear them in like today's music, you'll realize that.
Oh, is this the music group that was recording out of like Memphis or one of them type of shit? So one like that type of shit?
They were literally out of New York.
Okay, word.
But
I've seen a documentary like the Motown documentary, also one about Memphis and all of that.
Oh yeah.
And how they had different, like it was a lot of white instrumentists and people playing instruments who were white for black, hits back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
This is like in the 80s, mid 80s, late 80s type shit. Like good coke on the table type shit.
Yeah, word. I feel you. So, state of the game nationally's fucked up locally. What do you think about our scene? 757, Hampton Roads, Tidewater.
It's promising. It's promising. We just need to do right by each other, support each other, uplift each other, and just make sure we're a unit for real, because we have the possibility to actually grow this shit. But also with the situation of Norfolk shutting down most of the venues niggas would frequent or have business out of, it makes shit hard for us to actually gather or even get a fucking it makes it hard to make money out here.
Yeah.
So
to have a career in this shit.
Exactly.
Be
But
taken serious.
I've already learned to like. I've already accepted the fact that I have to go in order for my career to like.
You think so?
Grow.
Now, when you say go, I mean you could dip out for a second, go. You know what I mean? Always take the show on the road, but maintaining home base as home base, and you know that's the camp. Because I mean, when we talk about like, that's a double-edged sword. Like, if you gotta leave it to make it, how is home gonna be it? How is home gonna turn to it? And we need to see, you know, if you gotta go on the road and all that, which I believe in fully. If you pay attention to me, my resume, I'm always out. I'm global. This is Good Society Worldwide. We've been around the globe. My passport has seen 4 stamps in the last 2 months, dog. And I'm adding another in the next couple of weeks. So this real shit. So international P, man. But real shit, like going on the road, taking us to other markets, bringing those dollars back home, and making sure that we do put that Virginia stamp and Hampton Roads and 757 on what we do. You know what I'm saying? I think that's kind of important. So locally, you say we got Promise. One of my final questions that builds on that, hypothetically speaking, endless money, Jay-Z type money, and endless workers, basically. You got a Roc Nation, you got Jay-Z's bank account. What are you going to do for 757 to get it on?
Endless money or endless workers?
Both. You got endless minions. You got an office full of minions that'll do what you want. You're bidding what you want them to produce, art, all that type of shit. And then you got a bank account that's looking crazy. What are you going to do for Hampton Roads to put us on?
First, build a venue for artists around here to promote their business. Also, work their business.
Like, what do you mean? Is it going to be just a concert hall? What's it going to be?
Concert.
Studio,
it could be a concert hall, but I also would want to open not just that, but also studios, everything within the art aspect of, life to try and help the creatives out here. And then also do, I definitely want to help out with like something with adoption, like just because I'm from that would and helping out like the transition
real blessed
would definitely be dope. Like,
yeah, my mom died when I was 2. I never knew who my dad is. I still don't know who my dad is. So I definitely feel you on that story towards like, you know what I'm saying, like family separation, all that. So peace and blessings to that. You know what I'm saying? That
or like actually reuniting the families. Type shit.
Yeah,
or I don't know. It's all up in the air.
All things in the future, man. You hearing it right now, bro. Good Society World. Kyere got definitely big plans on giving back and philanthropy stewardship. So that's what's up, my bro.
Yes, sir. Thank you, bro.
So what else you want to put on to the people? What else should we be looking out for? Where can we find you at? What's coming up next? What's going on? Put some sauce on the dish, man.
Hey, man. So you can find me on Twitter or on Instagram at Kyere LaFlare, KYERELAFLARE. You know, Skirt Nowitzki or Coach K. There's only one. There's only one. It's that one, but he's not this one. Trust me. Then Tag Team Champs is on the way. Come around that time. No Wave World on the way. Fuck the IRS. Fuck them boys.
I don't know you or your family. We still here, you dig me?
You know, like I'm out here living. Like I'm blessed.
For sure.
I'm blessed.
I'm definitely blessed by the higher power, bro. Well, I thank you. I appreciate you a lot, man.
I appreciate
definitely
you, brother.
We checking in. You know, fresh off the pavement, man. Good Society, the newest, you know what I mean, street editorial article, street magazine series. We're gonna be doing more of this. Y'all tapping in with Kyere. Make sure you follow him, like you said, on all of the platforms, wherever he got it. Y'all gonna see this coming out soon. Make sure you following the team, man, on our YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. Most importantly, the Instagram and goodsocietyworld.com. That's where you're gonna find all our contents from our travel guys, our videos, vlogs, interviews like this, our articles that we're gonna write up. Because look, man, this is gonna be more than a video. This also is in article form. Y'all need to take some goddamn time out of your day. 10 minutes. It'll take you 5 to 10 minutes to read something. That's important because people nowadays don't want to read shit. Bro. And that's weird to me. Like,
niggas just want to take shit for what it is, and it's not that. Read.
It's not that. It's way deeper than rap. It's way deeper than that. So, what you need to do, goodsocietyworld.com, like, comment, subscribe, share this thing. And we out of here, man. It's the kid Illfills, a.k.a. Brazzy PCO, Good Society Group. One more time, my man, Kyere LaFlare.
Big Skirt Nowitzki, a.k.a. Coach K, or a.k.a. Mr. Let's Get It On. Watch out for your hoe, because she coming home with me, man.
Yeah. 2023 shit. Good Society members only.
Hey, big member.